Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Charles in Charge Cowboy Sports Report. It is November 8th, 2022, about a quarter till 6 Central Time, my time. If you have not subscribed yet and you're watching this video, please press that red subscribe button. I usually forget to say this in the beginning. My goal is to get to 1,000 subscribers. When I do that, I can start doing live shows and we can interact, and you can, I'll even get a call-in deal, and you can call in and tell me if I'm stupid or wrong or this and that, or we can just talk ball, talk our passion, Cowboys. Please press that red subscribe button. It's free, and like Mike Fisher says, you press the like button to help beat the algorithms and basically get your video viewed more. Coming off a bye week that we desperately needed. We were banged up in every area, just about. We go into Green Bay, who's on a 5-game losing streak. After they lost against Detroit, who got their second win against Green Bay last Sunday, we saw Aaron Jones leave in a walking boot. We saw Romeo Dobbs, wide receiver, leave on crutches, and Randall Cobb is on IR. And Aaron Rodgers was banged up, exiting the game. And they didn't put up very many points against that Detroit defense. Neither did our offense, but it was Dak's first game back with the offense, and that was kind of a rust game. Now, they said Detroit was a trap game. They said Chicago was a trap game. Now they're saying Green Bay's a trap game. We're 5-point favorites. Against Chicago, I believe we were 9.5-point favorites. We should be going into Green Bay like 12-point favorites. Seriously. Pretty sure Elliott will play this Sunday. He rarely misses games. Didn't play against Chicago. Rested that week. Rested during the bye week. And he really doesn't have to practice fully. All he needs to really know is a game plan and do a few walkthroughs, and he's good to go. I mean, he's a seasoned veteran. We're going to go into Green Bay, and I know Dak in particular, and Zeke and Zach Martin and Tank Lawrence, anybody that was a part of this team in 2014 and 2016 and 2019. 2019's loss in the regular season really wasn't as bad, but the 2014 playoff defeat and 2016 playoff defeat stuck in our crawls and still does, especially in 2014. Both of them do. I mean, so I know Dak wants to go into Lambeau Field and burn that damn stadium down and put up a 50-burger against Aaron Rodgers. Our defense, I think, could possibly pitch a shutout. This team only has a running game. The primary back, Aaron Jones, is not healthy, so that leaves Dylan, the power back. They've got Alan Lazard is healthy. Receiver 2 and 3, Cobb and Dobbs. Cobb is on IR. I don't think Dobbs will play. I don't think Aaron Jones will play if he was in a walking boot last week. If he does, he's not going to be 100%. I know Dak wasn't a part of the 2014 squad or Elliott, but Zach Martin was, and so was Tank. And Tyron Smith, even though he's not playing. He'd love for us to just trump Packers. We should be more than a 5-point favorite. This is not a trap game. I repeat, this is not a trap game. Detroit was? Yes. Chicago, you could say maybe, but didn't really look like it, did it? No. We're going to go into Lambeau Field. We're going to blow Green Bay out. It's going to be a good dress rehearsal for the 2 games that we will play in 11 days against Minnesota and the Giants. 2 good teams. One-loss team. Minnesota should have lost to the Commanders. Damn it, they blew it. Keep Minnesota at 7-1. And Giants had a bye week last week, so they're at 6-2. we're going to run over Green Bay. And then last 2 years, we beat Minnesota in Minnesota with Andy Dalton, with no offensive line that season, by the way. And last year with Cooper Rush, his first ever regular season action. Well, his first regular ever season start. Rush goes there Halloween night and beats him. So with Dak and this offense starting to click, I think we'll be poised for that. We beat Green Bay. We go into Lambeau and beat them handily to let the NFL know that Chicago was not an aberration. This offense can still be very effective like it was last year. It was number 1 last year. It won't be this year, but it can still be a top 10 offense, top 7 offense this year. Pair that with a top 3 defense and a very good special teams. That Super Bowl recipe. And when it comes down to OBJ, he had mentioned Buffalo, Kansas City, Green Bay, Tampa, the Cowboys. He's not going to go to Green Bay. I don't think he's going to go to Tampa. And Buffalo and Buffalo and Kansas City are cold. What better spot to go to than America's team? Go to America's team, the biggest stage, and be the catalyst like Prime was in 95 and like Haley was in 92, and get us over that hump to get to the big game. I think we have an 80% chance to land OBJ sweepstakes. It says it'll be a bidding war. It will be a bidding war. Jerry will put some money out there, but I think we don't have to be the most. I don't think we have to offer him the most. I think the appeal of playing for us and maybe getting us to where we haven't been in 27 years and being on the biggest stage. I mean, the Cowboys is Hollywood of the NFL. The biggest sports franchise in the world. And he'll be medically clear to play after the Packer game. I say we go after him aggressively. I say Jerry Jones, revert back to 90s Jones whenever you sign Prime. Go get that man. We get OBJ. Whoever has money to buy Super Bowl tickets, if you got it like that this year, prepay for him now. I'm going to tell you right now, if we land Odell Beckham Jr. this month and give him a few weeks, give him a month to learn the offense, get on the same page as Dak, and have him play in December, and then in January really have him going full speed, our offense will be unstoppable. We will have the best receiving trio going into the playoffs with a good run game. With Tyron Smith coming back, and he will come back. He will not miss this run. We'll kick Tyler Smith in the left guard. Our offensive line will be even better than it is now, and it's playing better now than it did last year. Big things are happening, guys. Big things are happening. Keep your eyes out. Don't be nervous about the Green Bay game going into Lambeau Field. It's not a trap. It might be cold up there, so what? We're going to whoop their ass by 3 scores or more. Put that in 3-inch headlines, like Jimmy Johnson I called in the radio station before the 93 championship game and said, we will win the ball game. Put in 3-inch headlines on the Fort Worth Star-Telegram and Dallas Morning News, as they did. We're going to wax Green Bay and then battle Minnesota at Minnesota and the Giants at home. We own the Giants, beat them 10 out of the last 11 games. Only that one game that they beat us was in 2020. Ben DiNucci or Garrett Gilbert was quarterbacking at that time. But we all know that Dak owns that team. Hell, we beat the Giants week 3 when we were so hamstrung. They had no injuries. They were completely healthy. We had no Michael Gallup. No J-Ron Kurz. Cooper Rush was our quarterback. Dalton Schultz was hurt. There was a plethora of people we were missing. And we went in there and was up by 10 late in the fourth quarter. They kicked a field goal just to make it a 7-point game. They took the lead. But after they took the lead, we scored 17 unanswered points. With Cooper Rush at quarterback, no Michael Gallup. CeeDee Lamb, the only big-time receiver that we've had. This time around on Thanksgiving, we'll be fully loaded. But OBJ is the key to get to that Super Bowl. The NFC Championship game for sure, but the Super Bowl. This team, I think, is good enough to get to an NFC Championship game. But to get over that hump, I think we need that X factor on offense to make our offense very potent. Because our defense is very good. And against Chicago, Hankins played. When he was in the game, like I said, he only played a handful of snaps, but when he was in the game, we only let up 3.5 yards a carry. When he was not in the game, we let up over 5.5 yards a carry. So Hankins learning the playbook over the bye week. As he learns the defense and starts to play more and more first and second downs with Bohanna, we will start to stop the run better than we have first half of the season. I believe by season's end, we will be a better run-stopping defense. Good enough to win on first and second down and get teams on third and long. And when we do that, we got them right where we want them. Because our secondary is good enough to hang with some good receivers, squads. I mean, hell, last year at Kansas City and Arrowhead, when they had the cheetah, we held them to 19. And nobody has a better pass rush. So this weekend, just kick back, enjoy the game, enjoy a good win. I don't believe the game will be in doubt at any time. And the last time, this game we just played against Chicago, we scored a touchdown on our first 4 drives. Last time we did that was in 2014, and I remember the game. It was Week 16 at Indianapolis. It was 42-7 or 42. Yeah, I think 42-7. But our first 4 drives, we scored. We just blew them out. But we haven't done that since then. Not in the Dak Prescott era have we scored on our first 4 drives, touchdowns. That is hard to do. I think Josh Allen did it earlier against Pittsburgh this year, but other than that, I don't think anybody else has. And nobody's reached 49 points yet like we have. So that's it for this episode, kind of short and sweet. Usually my videos run over 20 minutes. It's about 12 and a half right now. Please subscribe, like, and share, guys. My score prediction, I'll say score prediction 38-6. I say we allow 2 field goals, 38-6. So that's it for this episode. Please subscribe, like, and share, guys. Every subscriber counts. I'm on a mission to 1,000. Keep God first and foremost. Everything comes second, even this. And y'all keep it real, guys. And I'll have a video before Sunday's game. But have fun this week, and let's get the OBJ sweepstakes, guys. That is the key, the missing piece of the puzzle. Charles in Charge is out.